Hello, if you're new here, my name is Zero Kurasagi, and this is how Final Fantasy XIV changed my life forever. If you have never seen any of my Final Fantasy interview videos that I made before Shadowbringers, yes, this game changed my life forever. In short, I've played this game for 7 years. I don't just say 7 years, because it sounds better. I have friends that I've made through this game because of Final Fantasy. I'm living where I am right now because of Final Fantasy XIV. And I'm even in the relationship I am right now thanks to Final Fantasy XIV. So yes, thank you Yoshi P for making this game. It is and will always be a big part of my life. That being said, it wasn't always great times. But for today, this video will be a nostalgic look back into the past and present of my story in Final Fantasy XIV. Slight note, back when I was playing this game on PS3 during the open beta on PS3, the PS3 did not have the ability to record gameplay, nor did I have a capture card. So we'll just be looking at photos that I took all the way back from the beta until today. I had a couple of videos, but I feel like if I want to really look back on everything, it'll be best to do photos. So it's about 700 photos. Also, some of the photos may be out of place in the timeline. When I re-downloaded them, they just kind of got out of place, so there might be some photos that are, just not in the right place of the timeline as we're scrolling through. But with that being said, let's jump into the first one. Alright, so the first picture here is Odin. It was impossible to even see Odin back then, much get a picture of him, much actually fight him back when the game first came out, because it was our first and only large-scale fate. And of course, when it was shown that Odin was in the area, everybody shouted and everybody ran to go fight him. And PS3 did not have the capability to handle that. But yeah, so it was the one picture I got of Odin. And this is actually the first picture I took. I didn't really understand that you could turn the HUD off when you take pictures when I first started. I was just happy that I could take pictures, so I did like a little wave emote and took a picture. Also, the Makote female I made after my first character. So this is not my first character, it's actually my second character in the beta. I just wanted to see what the cat girls look like. She was a Arcanist. This is me training or leveling up or whatever on Arcanist. My first little minion, the little wind-up airship. Everybody had it. This is what I mean by pictures being out of place. This is a very later picture. It was used as the thumbnail for the interviews, and it was the first time with fooling around with the photo editor in Final Fantasy XIV to give it that look and everything. So yeah, the picture looks a lot better compared to earlier pictures that I took. This is just more Arcanist, me summoning the little Emerald Carbuncle. Ebony Carbuncle. Yeah, gave her glasses. They don't look that great. That is, I think that's my character, actually. I think I'm a conjurer. Yeah, this is my male Makote, going through the first dungeon or whatever. It didn't even have a sword, it had a knife. A knife? Yeah, there he is again. I loved that outfit back in the days. The male Makote outfit. This is me doing a fate with some people. I believe Saya was the person who actually taught me how to tank. I believe, because that name looks familiar. Here's another. This is skipped way ahead. This was the Final Fantasy 13 event. that came out. It was like the first events that we had. This is of course when the game is actually out. So like I said, these pictures are out of place. You can see lightning, and I think that's my character taking. It might not be. It might be someone else. I might be just taking the picture. Here's the female Makote again. I like the night starry background, so I took that picture. And then this was the last picture I took at the end of the beta with my main character, ready to finally become a paladin. This was more of the lightning event with the dreadnought. Of course, you see lightning right there. There's Lolly. Yeah, these pictures are way out of place. One of our FC members, Lolly. There was some random Makote and making a snowman. It was cute, so I just took a picture of it. There I am, my paladin, well, not paladin, but tank armor on. The little cat minion following me. There's Garuda and all her thickness. Yay, Garuda. It's not difficult to take a picture of Garuda when you're tanking her. Yeah, I mean, just right there in your face. Oh yeah, there was a Bahamut with the lightning events version of Bahamut. I don't like him. It's his appearance as good as the Bahamut that we have in Final Fantasy 14, or pretty much any Final Fantasy in my opinion. He's not even a dragon. Well, the one in Final Fantasy 15 is sick though. Goddamn, he's sick. An Ifrit. Took this picture. There's all the fire in the background. It's really epic looking. Everybody died but me. It was great. There's a cat minion. This is more of the lightning event with her Odin. Had to take a picture of those as well. This tank armor was like more in ninja. I feel like it might have been actually DPS armor that I was wearing. I don't know. It was very early. As a DPS doing limit break, so no, I was tanking, so it has to be tank armor or Disciple of War armor, either or. Me taking a picture of Lolly. It's the Cyrus Tower, which I don't think the dungeon was unlocked yet when this picture was taken. You can kind of see the old school gear. I think that's like level 35 mage gear that I have on. It might be glamour. I don't know. Yeah, it was level 50. Dark light stuff, dark light coat. I don't remember who that was I was standing next to here. I'm not sure. Yeah, I love that outfit, and I used to always try to find pictures, like places, the high places where I can take pictures of the whole like scenery and everything. And I'll sit. You'll see a couple of more pictures like that with me sitting up in high places. I used to love to just do that, just kind of be in the world. There is the snow outfit from the Final Fantasy event that the male characters got. I love that outfit to death because I like the snow. So yeah, it was cool. It was a cool outfit. That was me petrified while doing one of my jumps as a dragoon during the Odin fight. I was just like, I'm just stuck. Might as well take a picture, as I did. Oh, this is the time I found a glitch in the game. I found an out of bounds area in the game. It was interesting. This was an event, and it was like a mission, a side quest you had to do where you had to go and spy on these girls. That's the only reason I took this picture, obviously. And this is I don't know what this is, but it was so freaky. This town that everybody's in, this is where the first raid was, the Coils of Bahamut raid. So everybody used to sit here because in order to enter the raid, you had to actually go to the entrance of the raid. So everybody was in this town who raided, and you saw all types of crazy stuff, you know, like this. Oh yeah, I got the coral mount. There's coral mount. It looks very cool, the lightning in the background and stuff. Oh, me fighting Titan. I don't know why I'm in here by myself. Yeah, there was that Armin, I think it's called. Freaking eyeball with wings. Yeah, very creepy. Yes, that was Odie doing her weird glitch twerk pose in Dez's face. It was great. Yeah, here I was, and out of bounds. You see another picture. You can see the map. I'm on the edge of the map that's not even on the actual map that you're supposed to be on, and you can see like the background or the floor disappears after a while, and then you're just walking on nothing. It was pretty good. It was like my one spot early on. Of course, it got patched, and I couldn't get there anymore. And there it is again. Chick Norris. You have so many people with these names. This is the only time you'll see that I have like the HUD on, if it's like something like a name that I want you to see. So yeah, Chick Norris, which is a great name. Oh yeah, this dragon that spit poison, and this is the first difficult dragon or difficult boss it was to tank, because you had to move the boss, because if the boss stayed in the poison, he would heal from the poison. So he would shoot the poison, and it was shooting a line on wherever he aimed it, and you had to make sure the boss was not standing in the poison or he would heal. It's like the first time as far as actual tanking this dungeon. Okay, I'm starting to believe that person in the white with me is or was Virgil, I think, because there's another picture with us standing side by side, coats looking brooding. I mean, looking at Dez. Who is this person? I don't know. Stranger. Well, we were strangers at that time. Yeah, these names for bots are very prevalent. Or whatever his name is, yeah. This is us doing Titan. There's Virgil in his red summoner gear. I think that caster that I'm pointing my finger into name was Maki, and I can't tell who else is behind us. Odie twerking again with the twerking glitch. It was weird. If only you could see this in motion. It was very weird. Like the upper body didn't move. It was stuck in that animation with them pointing, but the lower body would just kind of like move up and down like they were twerking on you. It was very stupid. I loved it. Vasha Stampede, of course. Actually, seeing these names, D. I remember D. I remember Seeded. I remember those two specifically. Mithril, I remember you as well. People I don't talk to anymore, but I remember them. Yeah, me admiring the shirt that Dez had on. Me standing there watching Dez fish in the sunset. In tank gear, full tank gear. This was shortly after I think we left the free company because of something that happened, and it ended up just being me and her, and we were just kind of like rogues, just wandering around, not really joining any free companies, hanging out. This is Labyrinth of the Ancients, I think it was called. Like the first 24-man dungeon. And there's Maix, and God, I can't remember. I think it was Augustine was his name. He was a very good crafter, but I think like after like the first expansion, he never played the game again. So that is what it is. Of course, me finding places to sit down or kneel with great view. Garuda and her sisters. I think this was Extreme. I think this was Extreme. You see a lot of dead people. Oh, there's Des. The summoner with Aoife in the background. I took this picture because I felt like this is kind of like her inner spirit was like this fucking fire demon. And me bathing in lava. Yeah. Don't worry about that. Me taking a picture again, finding places to take pictures. A Christmas event, yeah. Big dog. Yeah, don't worry about the big dog. It's just a big dog. Yeah, that ice dragon. It was my first time fighting him. I took a picture. A Christmas event. I love the snowman outfit more than anything. I don't really care too much for the outfit because it's like, why are you showing the shoulders and the arms? It's silly. Could have just been like a chubby snowman. I ended up keeping the head for like future outfits. Titan again. I don't remember which version of Titan, but Titan nonetheless. That guy got petrified during the 24-man castle, Labyrinth of the Ancients. Let me fight Garuda again. I don't know what difficulty this is. This was the Sirius Tower. We had all these people that were infected by the crystals. I forgot what was the story behind that. It's been so long. Yeah, I had to take a picture of this guy like shooting his gun like fire my laser. This is before there was a gun class, so everybody was speculating like, oh man, the gun class is gonna come out next. Gun class, like you saw the guy, he had like a gun and a sword. It's gonna be like a range melee type class. I don't know. Everybody has speculations after this boss. Oh yeah, and then this lady in the booby shirt. I love that mount. His wrinkly body, his teeth, his eyes. This is great to just be riding this thing. This was the other picture. It was supposed to be like my spirit, inner spirit or whatever, versus hers. Then there were the great Mughal king, and all the Mughals with all the different jobs, which is cute. This fight is very annoying though. Fire Drake from the Beast Tribes, taking Behemoth. Not to be confused with Bahamut. I don't even know. Did I say Bahamut before? I should have said Bahamut if I didn't. Well, yeah, Bahamut, Behemoth, two different things. That's Behemoth. Oh yeah, little bull minion, cute. Yeah, that's that one dungeon. I don't even remember the name of it. This boss is whatever. I mean, you had to make sure that you ran behind him whenever he did his little breath move so you could avoid it. Oh yeah. Lion Dragoon hanging out with Dez, and I don't remember her name, but I know we used to talk a lot. Oh yeah, they're showing off their sexy outfits. And the dog and the cat minion interacted with each other when they got close, which was something I was never seen before until the dog and the cat minion came out. This is us. I think it was shortly after we left. We looked depressed and sad. This is more of Cyrus Tower, that first fucking bird boss that straight up body slammed on you. It was ridiculous. Paralyzed you, and you had the little eggs and the babies. Oh, god damn it. Oh yeah, this armor is like a full tank armor, and one thing I hated was that it gave me cat ears because I was Makote. I was like, that's so stupid. It gave me cat ears. Whatever. Like, who crafted this? Cat ears involved. Yeah, there's that boss in that one dungeon. I forget these dungeons' names after so long of playing this game. 7 years. Yeah. I think it was like right before the level 50 dungeons, like level 48 or 49 dungeon or something like that. The boss was kind of mediocre. And they're posing their sexy outfit again. Yeah, this is when I tried black hair and I was leveling Bard. Techno Kitty is what she called that outfit because her hair and outfit. Techno Kitty. Techno Kitty with her explosions. Oh yeah, that's the booby shirt. The orange hair, the orange pumpkin head is Self, and I don't remember who the other one was. I think it was just a random. They're just looking at each other. Yeah, I don't know why I took this picture. It was just we were in the bad guys' evil base area, which is like an open world area. I was just like, they're just here like with the freaking vanguards, and it was weird. I think we were. This was like a day we came out of raiding, and like I just like came out of the raid, and I just saw Self there. We were just like looking. I was like, why are you looking at me? But of course, she has on her favorite booby shirt. This was I think this was. I mean, it was. I know the name of it. I just can't remember it. But this is the hard version of the dungeon. Pretty much called it the disco floor because all the lights and all the AOE's you had to dodge and stuff. The Pope Chocobo next to the castle that we couldn't go to until the second expansion. Me fishing with Des. Some other tank taking the dragon and the Labyrinth of Ancients. Oh yeah, I took a picture of this. I was like, oh, Phoenix Down, it's in this game, amazing. And this is when I became a full-fledged paladin at level 50. You've seen armors way better than that already. I took this picture because it was like I was holding her. It's like she was teleporting, and like I was standing there, and it looked like my character was holding her. Yes, this is me and Virgil again. I know that's him for sure this time. I took this picture for obvious reasons because of the way she's cooking. By the way, she's cooking. She's on Culinarian, but because I was standing in front of her, it just looked kind of And then there's the freaking succubus boss in the hard version of that dungeon that I can't remember the name of. It's like a something house. I don't know. Whatever. So I know it started with an H. It was a cool looking boss though, a cool looking sword that you didn't get in the game until much later, which was stupid. Oh yeah, I was fighting Ultima. This is her dead on the floor and me wallowing in despair. It was one of the pots that you had to protect in the ancient city. No, ancient city. Ancient labyrinth. It was very creepy looking, but you had to heal it. Yeah, the Scholar Tomberry, he's got a knife, but he can heal you. Don't worry about it. Get close so he can heal you. That was me dead. This is probably the final boss or the ultimate boss. I can't remember. Yeah, this is a fight with that chick in the story. If you play the game, you know who it is. This is me at level 50 Scholar. Just taking a picture here because I like the lighting. Yeah, let's do it more poses together. The final boss in the 24-man labyrinth or whatever. Just us standing here in the 24-man again, taking pictures. That was Max getting hyped up. He was a black mage when he first started. He was also a Makode, which was his reasoning for it was more masochist than anything. And I didn't understand. But, yeah, to each their own. Shintoto, a freaking giant Makote. No, she's not a Makote actually. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, this is our second event that came out. Oh yeah, that guy named was Itachi Uchiha. This was part of that second event that we had. It was like, that outfit is not even like the sexiest outfit, but they had to have this little scene, and I just had to take a picture. I was just like, look at the girl's face on the right. Like, it's like somebody stuck something in her butt. Yeah, this is me fighting the chick at the end of the game. My favorite minion of all time, the Fat Dodo. I love this minion. Even now, it's still like my favorite minion. Gold light. I remember I took this picture. I was like, gold lantern. Which, if you have not played TVC, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, you probably won't know what I'm talking about. This picture was really cool. This is when we were doing the raid. I think this was like turn 2. And we were just standing here waiting for the time to go away. And she was just like doing this cool pose. And I was like, oh, that looks awesome. We took a picture. Me taking another picture in this snowy area. That was Lolly. She had on the booby shirt. It was like, it doesn't work for me. Oh god. This is the area with the stupid bad guys. Ooh, bad guys. Another picture of me fighting this chick. And there's Aislinn. She used to raid with us back in, you could tell where she is. It was back when Coils of Bahamut. So yeah, she was our healer. She raided with us. And her posing. This was me and Des sandwiching Self, who was our other healer. And I think that's Sean over there, the Summer in the Green, I believe. Yeah, this is part of that event. We had this one guy in this purple suit, he's like a pimp in the middle of all these girls, and I was like, that was a little too well placed. That wasn't an NPC, that was an actual person in the game. Oh yeah, the claws, they used to grab you when you were doing Labyrinth of the Ancients. Oh yeah, this one. This one, it was like she was standing behind me and it looked so creepy. And I took a picture of it. The character looks like, what? I sensed something. Oh, Sean died in the poison. It's hilarious. Took a picture. This was like the clearest picture of Odin I think I got. So the thing about Odin was when someone defeated him, whoever it was that defeated him, the next time Odin showed up, he would have that person's face. so you would see like this menacing Odin, but he would have on like a Makote head, and it was just super weird. But back in the days, nobody could beat it because he would crash the servers pretty much because the game couldn't handle everybody going to this one area trying to find freaking Odin, and it would crash the servers, so we couldn't beat it when it first started. So there's a couple of pictures I had before, you know, people were actually beating him, so you could see like the regular Odin head. Later on, you might see, I might have taken like one picture where it wasn't Odin's face. This dungeon, I remember I took this picture and I was like, I was mad at high level players because they would just run through this dungeon and they wouldn't let us watch the cutscenes. And then once I got to be a high level player and this dungeon was put into a roulette that you had to do every day, the main scenario roulette, I was that high level player who was like, we're not watching no cutscenes, we running through this stuff. You don't understand, like, unless you're like a content creator, you don't have the time to sit in these dungeons all day waiting for people to watch cutscenes. So people would just run through this stuff, get to the end, because you didn't really need a full party of 8. I don't know why they gave you a full party of 8 for this dungeon. I mean, for like the boss battles, it was kind of necessary. But for the most part, you skipped all the enemies. Then you got in the Magitech suit and like 2-shot at most things, and then you fought bosses. And like I had a bunch of cutscenes, so people just ran through it. And then eventually they made it to where you couldn't skip the cutscenes. So then people just dreaded doing this shit completely. It's probably the most hated dungeon in the game. Yeah, Sleeping Chocobo. Yeah, enough said. This is us trying to force Des to learn Blood for Blood because she would not level Lancer. She hated Lancer. And she was a bard. So it's like, you need to learn Blood for Blood and increase your DPS. And she's like, no, I'm not leveling fucking Lancer. So we were just standing there with Lances, trying to get her to level Lancer. Another booby shirt. There are many booby shirts. They're kind of different, but kind of the same. Oh, down the post. I don't know what crafter she is. Weaver? Whatever. Oh, yes, the Valentine's event. Yes. It was a cute little item that you got. It was like, I was one half of the heart and she was the other one. We had to be just the right distance away to make a full heart. We're actually not even close enough, but yeah. Oh, wow. Did you see that upscale? And hold on. You see this? And then bam. This is when Final Fantasy came out on PS4. I think this is the first picture I took on PS4. God damn, that quality upgraded real quick. Shit. And this is back to PS3. Shit. This is at some event and it had these swimsuits and I was just like, I'm gonna go dance with these NPCs with the cat. Yeah, more Labyrinth of the Ancients. That's me, Dez, and Sean as summoners with all the different Eggies. I love the Titan Eggie, but he wasn't really viable outside of single player stuff for summoners. Yeah, me frolicking in the water. Cat minion. This picture was weird. It was like me and some other guy who's taller than me, and we were both paladins, and we looked like some 4-armed Goro Gundam with a tail. It's so weird. I just had to take a picture of it. It's stupid pictures. Me being creepy, yeah, during some event, some bomb fair event. Yeah, this was like if I laid in the bed and then she laid in the bed, like this kind of thing happened. Oh, role playing, great stuff. Some warrior. Who was this? I don't even remember who this was that approached me. It was like, yo, look at my gear. It's like a warrior. I don't remember who this was. Huh. But yeah, everybody used to hang out in this area. This is like the first, in the first part of the game, this was the area that everybody hung out in. If you weren't in the area where the raid was, this was the area you got your gear and stuff, level 50 gear. Oh my god, Tsukino? Ilio?